Hello, my name is Ember, and today I will be comparing two different mods for The Sims 4 that affect pronouns. So they function in sort of different ways. The first one I'll be looking at is the GenderLess mod, which basically adjusts all gendered phrases in the game into gender-neutral alternatives. I'll also be looking at NeonOcean's Refer mod, which lets you assign specific pronouns to specific Sims. So I recently did a video covering the progress on customizable pronouns coming to The Sims 4. This is a project that the Sims team is currently working on, but we don't have a release date on it. And in that video, I discussed the news that we got, my concerns about how this is going to be implemented, and I just sort of reacted to the news in general. People really seem to like that video, but for some reason YouTube hasn't been promoting it at all. So if you want to go watch that one, I will leave it up in the card and I'll link it in the description of this video as well. But because I know a lot of people are really wanting to have customizable pronouns for their Sims, and we don't really know when that update is going to come out, I thought it would be useful to look at what options we have now for mods that can help with this issue. So the mod that I currently use myself is this GenderLess mod by Fogity. It just changes all gendered phrases in the game into gender-neutral alternatives. So every Sim is referred to as they, as a sibling, as like a partner, that sort of thing. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you what that looks like. I'll also walk you through the steps of downloading these mods just in case you don't have experience with those. So I'll put links to both of these mods in the description, but you'll just save this package file. Then it should be in your downloads folder and you can just go over there and move it to Documents, Electronic Arts, The Sims 4, and then the mods folder. So I already have this mod in there because I'm currently using it in my game. The GenderLess mod is really simple. It's just a small package file. There you go, you're all ready and you can load up the game. So to show you how this mod works, I'm in my save where I've been making like pride flag based Sims and houses, which I actually have a whole playlist of if you want to get to know any of these Sims. But I have in Mount Kohlrabi my Aromantic Pride Sim, and I also have this household I've been playing with recently. I thought it would be fun to load into that and check out the GenderLess mod. Okay, so I really wanted to make a butch Sim, so I made this Sim. This is Xavier Jet. I think they're very cool, and they're married to Megumi Ito. I actually forgot I did that. I knew they were dating, but I got the thing where like you know can get married for money, and we need money, so they're married now, so that's fun. But yeah, let me just show you how the GenderLess mod works then. So if we go up here to the notifications, there's already a few notifications in here. This one about Megumi's photography skill, it says it will allow them to capture the world around them through moving works of art. Let's see, what else can I do to like get it to generate notifications about them? We need to wait, what happened? I totally forgot what happened. I guess you should probably apologize. I don't really know. I think it was they went on a mountain climbing trip and it didn't go well, but it's not Xavier's fault. Megumi didn't have any mountain climbing skill. We tried to have trainings, but she just would not practice. Let me see. I think if I do, let's add to Simstagram story. So Xavier posted on their Simstagram. It says Xavier has gained 12 followers. They now have 12 followers in total. That's probably the main way you're going to see the pronouns is in the notifications tab. Whenever you get a notification, no matter who the Sim is, it's going to use they them pronouns. And then you can also look in like the relationships panel. For example, you can see it says spouse instead of like wife or husband. I think that's what it would normally say. Honestly, I use this mod all the time, so I kind of don't know what it normally says, you know, but like it says spouse instead of boyfriend or girlfriend. It'll say if they have like siblings, it'll say sibling instead of brother or sister. Let's see, like here, Megumi does have kids, so it'll say child instead of like son. Here's another one. So this aspiration is normally Lord or Lady of the Knits, gendered, which is like, why would you do that? There was really no need. But this mod changes it to Master of the Knits, so it's not gendered. You don't have to worry about that. I don't think there's any other aspirations that are gendered, so it's really weird that they made that one gendered. And yeah, even in the family tree, it'll do this. It'll say spouse and it'll say child. And let's see, it should, yeah, for each of these it says sibling, and then like it'll say parent instead of like mom and dad. So that's the main thing that Fogity's GenderLess mod does. It just, instead of like boyfriend and girlfriend, it'll say, I think it's like partners. Should I have them get a divorce just so we can see what it says when you're dating? I don't know, I think if you get a divorce, you're probably just not dating at all, huh? Let me go to another family and we can look at some of the other relational words. But yeah, it'll change all of the notifications to they, them when it's talking about any Sim, and it'll change all the the relational words to gender neutral ones. Let's go look at my Rainbow Pride family. Here we go. So this is Jewel. They use they, them pronouns, and they are dating Ezra. So let's look at what it says about their relationship. Okay, yeah, it says romantic partner. Most of the choices to like replace the gender terms I think work pretty well. I did not realize that pride flag was that big. How can they even get in the house? Yeah, so the thing to notice for this mod specifically is that it applies to all Sims indiscriminately. So like Ezra uses he, him pronouns and Jewel uses they, them pronouns. But for both Ezra and Jewel, it'll use they. So they can now select sing solo for house, can improve their skill. So if you want a mod that's like really simple and it'll just get rid of all the gendered language in the game and you just kind of don't really have to think about it, this is a really good mod. And that's why I personally like it, because I just feel better when I just don't have to think about things being gendered, especially things being like binary gendered. And it's nice because then, you know, you can create your own stories for each sim. You can decide how they're going to identify, how you're going to talk about them. And you don't have to worry about the game itself contradicting those things. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the genderless mod. Now let's go check out the refer mod, which actually works in a different way. Alright, so I've not used this mod myself, but I have seen other people talk about it. So for this one, as far as I understand, there's like multiple different pronouns you can assign to specific sims, including some neo pronouns. I don't know if you can do custom ones or not. So let's see, I go to files, but it says this mod relies on one or more mods to function. So I need to visit the requirements tab to find out the other mods I need. So let's go to requirements. So I need to first download the main mod by NeonOcean. So let's do that. Okay, it seems like the Windows installer is temporarily disabled, but I should be able to still do a manual installation. It contains the mods files in a zip folder, so you'll need something to unzip the mod. I use 7-zip. It's pretty common with mods to need to like unzip them so that they can, as far as I understand it, it makes it like so the download is smaller, but it can contain a larger mod. I think that's what it does. So yeah, I'll just save this file. And then I'm going to also go back to refer and I'm going to go ahead and download that one too. Okay, and then it should be in your downloads folder and you can double click. And then I click on the mod and click extract. If you don't do anything, it'll just extract it straight into your downloads folder. Or you can go find your electronic arts folder, find mods, and just extract it straight into there. So that's what I'm going to do. And then do the same thing for the other file. Okay, and I'm actually going to take out the genderless mod for now because I'm not sure if they'll conflict. I think later I will see if they can actually work together. All right, and now I'm just going to load up my game again. Okay, so to test out this mod, let's load into my intersex mermaid's house. All right, let's see. So I think you don't even have to go in to create a sim for this. Yeah, so you can just go, you just click on a sim, and then there'll be the NeonOcean section will pop up. And there's a few different options. The one we want is refer. And that is interesting. You can do like reset. You can do look at the documentation. So let's look at what pronoun settings are. Pronouns, right now they're the default. Okay, but there's a few options. Oh, okay. There's quite a few options here. I like this. So there's she, her, he, him, they, them, zir, z, here, z, zim, am, and it pronouns. Now, there is a warning. It says the use of they, them pronouns can result in grammatically awkward sentences in a few cases. So that's definitely a difference between this and the genderless mod. So the genderless mod, the they, them pronouns are pretty much always going to be grammatically correct because like the mod is formulated around they, them pronouns. Whereas this one, if you don't know, the verbs that match different pronouns for she and he and for most neo pronouns, it's going to be singular verbs. Whereas with they, them, most people use plural verbs. So it's they are instead of they is. Whereas it would be, you know, he is, she is, and a is, that sort of thing. So it does look like with this one, they, them pronouns probably aren't going to work quite as well because there will be some grammatical issues. But that is nice that there are neopronouns. It doesn't seem like, so it seems like you can only select one pronoun, which is sad because this sim actually uses she, he, and they pronouns. I guess I can just try they, them and see how that works out for this sim. I guess default is just whatever the game would automatically use. Fallback. Okay, so sometimes the mod might not know how to refer to them, so it's how should the mod refer to them then? So you can go default, you can do female or male. I guess we'll just stick with default. I guess that's one way to get multiple pronouns. So yeah, that looks like that's the main pronoun settings. Now I think you should be able to just click on any sim and set their pronouns, which is cool, so they don't even have to be in your household. Now I did want to try the custom pronoun sets because this sim actually uses custom pronouns. So let's do refer, custom pronoun sets. So I was thinking this sim will use mermaid related neo pronouns. So it seems like you can like make a custom pronoun set and then add it to multiple sims. So that's nice. New pronoun set, I guess maybe just like mermaid pronouns. I don't know. And then, so I was thinking instead of she or he, we could do C. And then instead of her or him, I was thinking mer, you know, like mermaid. I thought that would be cool. I'm capitalizing these. Hopefully that's correct. I don't know if it does the capitalization. I think it would also be mer here. So that is one thing here. You have to like know what all the different forms of the pronoun would be. But it could also be a way to like experiment with some and see how they'd work. C, mer, mers, and then I'll do C's. Oh no, it went away. That's weird. It did it again. When I got to this one, see, she's, he's, it didn't work. It went out and didn't save. Let me try over here. Okay, so maybe it's just this one that's broken. That's weird. Let me try inputting all the other ones and see if it'll work that way. Okay, and then I'm not gonna do this one because it seems like it's breaking it for some reason. Okay, it looks like it's saved. All right, so do I have to go, what if I go here, refer, and then maybe pronoun settings? And then, okay, I can choose mermaid pronouns now. Okay, good. I'll go back now and see if I can add that one, but it seems like there might be a bug there. Yeah, it just exited out. None of the other ones do that. All right, well, I guess if you're making a custom pronoun set, you might need to skip this she's, he's one, because for some reason it seems to just not work and like delete everything else if it's not already saved. So I don't really know why, but there we go. And I'll see if I can get the game to generate something for Kaimana. Let's do practice singing, get a new skill. And this is Malachi. He uses he, him pronouns, so I will set that. There we go. Okay, let's see. Kaimana acquired the singing skill. Kaimana can improve Mer's skill by clicking on a microphone or on Mer self, and then selecting practice singing. See, so it's not capitalizing the pronoun at the beginning of the sentence, but I mean, I understand that could be kind of hard to like fix, though they are all capitalized in how I input them. But yeah, so it's lowercase here, but C can now select sing solo, and then Malachi, he, his, himself, he. Okay, cool. Let's see if anything generates for these other sims. I don't know how I could get it to generate something that says like use the like she's/he's pronoun. Like I don't know what notification would have that, so I don't know if I can directly test that. But I'm assuming it would just go with whatever's default for the sim in that case, since I wasn't able to input it. What happens if I like call a rainstorm? Okay, so it did use they pronouns. Issa used their mermaidic powers to change the weather. And it seems like they, them is working correctly. Let's do the singing one again, because that does use several different pronoun forms. So Ophania acquired the creativity skill. So it's using am pronouns. It's not capitalized, but yeah. So it seems like the like custom pronouns aren't really capitalized at the beginning of a sentence. I'm going to just see if the they, them pronouns are working correctly. So it says, Issa can improve their skill by clicking on a microphone or on themselves and then selecting practice singing. They can now, okay, so it seems like the grammar here seems fine to me. The main thing I would notice is just that the pronouns aren't capitalized at the beginning of a sentence. So that's the pronouns. That's the main part of this mod as far as I understand it. But let's also look at like relationship terms. Actually, I don't know if any of these will have relationship terms because they're not like, they're like housemates. I don't have them. They don't technically have any of the other relationships. Let me see. I was going to have Malachi and Kaimana maybe start dating. So we could just do that and see what it says. By the way, I am planning to do a video on these sims. I actually recorded a video of me creating them, but then my hard drive died, so that video's gone. But I will do some sort of video like introducing this household because I really like them. I think they're very cool. If you couldn't tell by the title of the household, they're all intersex and I think they're all mermaids except for Malachi. Okay, I found one of the like they them grammatical errors. So it says they is now able to sing folk. So that's like there will be some maybe they is, but it's not too bad for an implementation of they them pronouns. And I understand, you know, the verbs for everything else are going to be singular, so it doesn't make sense. Oh, speaking of pronouns, we have Leah here, who's like one of the first trans sims in the game. Let's do some Can I do pronouns? Yes, okay. So I should be able to change pronouns for Leah. I don't know. I mean, I think the game does she, her. I mean, she does seem like a trans woman. Z here could also be cool. Let's try out Z here. I feel like that would be fun. When I say she seems like a trans woman, like I think that's how the game intended her, but I'm not entirely sure. Or here, if we're using Z here pronouns now. Whoa, what does a mermaid's kiss do? I haven't really played with mermaids much. I kind of want to try all this out. Okay, there we go. I finally got the thing to pop up. So yeah, so the thing about the refer mod that's really a big drawback for me is that there's still going to be gendered words in the game. So the refer mod does affect pronouns that are used to talk about the sim, but it'll still say asked to be girlfriend, right? So it's not going to affect the other gendered words, whereas the genderless mod is. Now, I don't know if you can use both of these at the same time. I guess I could try. I feel like they would probably conflict though. But yeah, that is sad because I was hoping the gendered words would be fixed too. Let's go look at the knitting aspiration. Yeah, so we still have Lady of the Knits and Lord of the Knits as well. And I imagine that overall any gendered language isn't going to be changed except for pronouns. So the refer mod is good for pronouns, but it's not going to deal with the other gendered words in the game. But, you know, maybe you want to experiment around with neopronouns and you don't mind too much if it'll, you know, use girlfriend or boyfriend or brother and sister and that sort of thing for your Sims, then you might want to try out the refer mod. But this is why I personally use the genderless mod, because I don't have to worry about any of those words being gendered either, and it's not just about the pronouns. So I guess let me try with both of them in my game now and see if it breaks anything. Well, I am shocked, but it seems like both of these mods actually work together. So we still have refer mod in, right? We still have the pronoun settings. It seems like, okay, I might have to generate new notifications just to see. But now if I go to romance, it is asked to be romantic partner. So let's try that and see what happens. So it might be able to get like the gender neutral terms from the genderless mod and also the custom pronouns of the refer mod, which if that's the case, I mean, that would be really exciting. I just assumed they would conflict. Oh, no, okay. Because then up here in the notifications, it says, oh, wait, maybe it, wait. So I assume this has to be from the refer mod, right? So Malachi, it does use he, him pronouns, so I guess the game decided he's boyfriend, but it did use partner for Kaimana, because it wasn't doing that before with just the refer mod, so because now it says romantic partner. How did that happen? Okay, I mean, I'll take it because it's accurate. Well, let's see. Yeah, y'all do the singing again. Get your singing skill up so I can get another notification. And I'll check if the pronouns are still working right. The annoying thing about mermaids, or maybe it's just anyone in Tulani, but like, if you're not having them do something, they will go swimming. Like, this kid is already at level 4 of the motor skill. Oh, look, mermaid. That's some cool mermaid swimming, yep. Ooh, let me see if the knitting aspiration has changed too. Okay, it does have Master of the Knits instead of the gendered form. Alright, we might be good. Huh. It's still using Kaimana's neopronouns, C and mer. I do not know how these two mods work together in that way to where, like, it uses gender neutral language for everyone most of the time, but then it used boyfriend for Malachi, who uses he, him pronouns. Like, what? I don't know how that worked, because it wasn't doing that before with either one of them by themselves, but I was going to compare these mods to see which is the better one, but it seems like you can just use both, and that might actually be the best approach, because the refer mod doesn't have a way to change the gendered wording used to talk about Sims, and the genderless mod doesn't let you, you know, pick specific pronouns for specific Sims, but I guess with the two of them together, you kind of can. So I'll keep these both in my game and continue playing with them and see if any problems pop up, but so far it seems like they kind of both work, so maybe you want to download both of these mods. Like I said, I will put the links in the description, but that's pretty exciting. I had no idea that both of these could work together, so I'm really glad I tested that. And if you're interested to hear my thoughts on the news from the Sims team about the upcoming pronoun update, which again, we don't have a date for, but they've talked about their process of working on it. I do have a video on that pronoun update, or the pronoun update news, so you can click here to go watch that video. And yeah, it seems like these two mods are working really well together. So that's super exciting. Okay, I just had to show you one more thing. So I went and changed Xavier's pronouns to Z. And look, the little pop-up about liking video gaming. It says, whenever Xavier is gaming, Z is as one with the universe. Is it safe to say Z likes video gaming? Yes. And so I haven't done custom pronouns with refer for Megumi Ito yet, but because I have the GenderLess mod installed, they automatically have they, them pronouns. So a sim won't be gendered in your game unless you like opt in for them to have specific pronouns with the refer mod. That is so cool. Oh, this is exciting. Well, this one did use her, so I guess it doesn't work for everything. I just said that, and it says we'll allow her to salvage parts. Okay, so it doesn't work for everything, but it did. So for Xavier, it did use Z pronouns. Okay, so it's not going to be perfect, but there should be a lot less misgendering happening with these two mods together. So here's hoping. If you try out these mods together, let me know your experiences, and if it works out, any tips or tricks you have, or if there's any other mods you know of that are similar to this or offer any other important like LGBTQ+ representation or anything like that, I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, you can give it a like and subscribe so that I know that you want more videos like this. And thank you so much for watching.